What's up, everybody? Today I have Omar and Dries with us. He started a cleaning company a little while ago, and he's here today to tell us how he started this cleaning company. And also, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur and you're thinking about starting a business, today's video is going to be great for you because we're going to go through how Omar did this. And then if you're a current business owner and you're willing to share your story, please click the link in the bio below. We'd love to interview you here and have you tell your story. Give back to those who helped you. Before I started my business, I had numerous calls with business owners that helped me start my business, and it really helped me get off the ground and running. I've sent some emails out to business owners, and we have a full schedule right now, but we are still scheduling people out to hop on and tell us their story. So today we have Omar. Omar started a cleaning company. And Omar, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Hey Nate, very excited to be here. I am a full-time engineer. I started my business, I think a little over 2 months now. My business is a cleaning business, specifically focused on Airbnb. Before that, I was really dabbling around side hustles. I was doing Uber on the side. I was flipping, furniture in Facebook Marketplace on the side. So I was really into how can I get a side income beside my full-time job. And the reason why I wanted to become independent, I wanted to feel secured. And I dabbled with some content, like your content and other content on YouTube about starting a business and becoming an entrepreneur. And I felt this is for me because I'm getting somewhat good amount of money from my full-time job, but I aspire for more. I want to be independent. I want to have control of my life. I want to have financial independence. I want to provide to the ones I love. So I felt a normal job wouldn't do this. So I was dabbling, what type of business should I start? There's millions of business models you can start. And I think that took me too long to decide what's the business model. In reality, I think it was just a matter of just choosing a business that you're comfortable with, somewhat you like. Don't choose something you hate, but choose something that you could continue doing it for a long time. I had a call with you, really appreciated your feedback. I was kind of hesitant about what business should I start. I mean, how can I start a business? I just, settled down on start a cleaning business since I understand it. I like cleaning. It's kind of fun to set up the business, the hiring process, logistics of the business, that type of stuff. So I said, okay, let's do this. I'm not gonna overthink it. So I started it 2 months ago, and I focused only on Airbnb. I reached out to, property managers, and
So once you decided on the cleaning business, from that point, because a lot of people, I think, people necessarily don't necessarily. I think people struggle with finding a business idea, but I think once you have that business idea, the one thing that you did that a lot of people don't do that I have calls with is you actually did something concrete, form the business entity, and then so walk us through, you decided on that, and up to your first sale, what did you do to get that?
Yep, very good question. So a lot of things, or the number one issue that people struggle with, and I struggle with, is getting started. Just taking the leap and starting a business. There's many doubts. People don't know what to do. They are scared. It's different than the normal jobs that you were doing. So what I have done basically is very simple. I didn't have any website. Didn't even have my LLC. All I did is I looked at what is different type of cleaning businesses that is focused on Airbnb to get an idea about the business. I called cleaning companies to get a price, to understand how price is how they price the job. Basically, I was acting as a customer. I just wanted to tell them how much would you price? How much would you charge for this house to clean as an Airbnb? So I had this basic information, and I went ahead and did an outbound or cold calling, cold messaging prospects in the area close to
How many cold calls do you think you've made so far?
I made a lot. I lost count because it's like in the beginning, actually, I was making like, 20 a week, 30 a week. And I was like, oh my God, doing too much. And like, I'm not really getting anything. But just like the next week, I started to get a response like, oh, okay, we will consider you. Thank you for reaching out. So it takes time. But once you have the ball rolling, you will see progress. It's just, you need to like penetrate, by volume. Like, have to have a lot of volume to see success. So I got my first client. Basically, I was reaching out on messaging them on Airbnb platform. I mean, you have to be careful really what you're doing, because there's certain policies and there's certain way you should, reach out to them. So I told them, I understand, my message may come across as booking, and I'm so sorry that you may be frustrated that you think it's a booking, but I'm really wanted to serve you. I wanted to provide my service to you. I want to have you as a first customer. So basically, I was coming across not like this is a clean company, I'm gonna provide service to you. I wanted to help them as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I was willing to stop by, look at the property, and help them to do the turnover for them. I was surprised that one of my current client now that I'm getting a lot of business from said yes. Can you stop by today? I said sure. I responded right away. And I think it's very important to respond right away, right? Mm-hmm. Don't overthink it, because the customer basically it could change his mind or her mind, or something could come up and they forget about you. Just be fast, right? So and you got a response from the customer.
And you were doing this all before you had a website, before you had a Facebook. You were just like, hey, this is the business I want to start. Okay, what do I need to do right now to get in front of other people who will give me cleaning, jobs? And so you've reached out to property managers, people on Airbnb, Facebook groups. I remember you telling me that. You've reached out to Facebook groups and potentially other cleaning companies. And now, can you tell us where your success is? How many clients do you have? And then now you've turned this business, which a lot of people should do when they own a cleaning business, they should turn it into where you're essentially outsourcing those cleans to a contractor that you're then in return making some money off that, right? Where you don't have to clean it, but you're still making some profit. So can you tell me where you're at right now, how many clients, and how you're operating that business where you're not necessarily doing all the cleans yourself?
Correct. I started out meeting the client, and actually I did one of the few cleans in the beginning. You don't need to do this in the beginning. Some people really don't want to do the cleans. That's fine. The thing is, I just didn't have cleaners at that time. Really, I didn't have anything. I was just trying to move as fast as I can and just build the business step by step. So I did this on the side, with my full-time job. So basically I didn't really have the cleaners and everything. Didn't have the website, didn't have even equipment. I didn't have any equipment. The first job, actually, I went to Walmart to buy the vacuum and some cleaning supplies I took from my house. Right? I didn't have anything really. But after I proved to the customers that I'm reliable, I'm responsible and professional, then I started hiring, right? I started to look at the same thing, but I reversed. Instead of looking for a client, I was looking for a cleaner. So I was going to Facebook groups, calling, interviewing. I did a Craigslist ad and Indeed ad, and I'm currently really staffing my team now. So currently I have four clients now. My main two clients are very heavy. I have 2 reoccurring clean at least per week, and now I outsource almost 90% of my almost all the cleaning, except if there's an emergency, I don't have a cleaner at that day. I have no choice. I need to go, clean it myself, or this is the only like emergency situation. So now I have a team of only like 3 cleaners, actually, like one team, like they work together, and another cleaner, and I'm working on staffing my cleaning team, to get it to a number that if someone didn't make it to that job, I will basically send it to other like a different cleaner. And in terms of so this is basically in a nutshell, like what is my current situation in business now.
Yeah, so you've started with your first client. You did it yourself, which I recommend business owners do before outsourcing things. I recommend, hey, if you know how to clean a house and you know what it's up to a good standard that your client wants, then you should do it yourself. And then now you've built it where you're like, okay, I've got a set of clients, which every business starts with, and hey, here's my base, here's my set of clients. I'm getting recurring revenue in. I'm figuring out how to outsource this to other cleaners. I'm still making money off doing it. And now the biggest thing, and that every small business focuses on, is, okay, now I need to do this 100 times, 1,000 times, onboard another client, onboard another cleaner, and just keep doing that all day long. And then the biggest thing that's going to be a hurdle for your success in any business is continuing to get more new clients. Because like I've told you in the past, if you had 50 clients, you could go find cleaners, you could go buy tech, you could go buy anything. Everything in your business comes from the lifeblood of sales coming in. And you're working on your website, your SEO, you're working on different things that when we've talked, where you're adding different flows of revenue coming into your business. And that's the biggest thing is for any small business is, how can we get more people reaching out to us? How can we get our phone to ring? If our phone can ring, then every problem in our business is solved. And so yeah, dude, I'm so proud of you. When we first spoke, you just wanted to find a business idea, and then now you have an actual business that's producing income and is a launch pad to where you're going to get. And the longer you're in business, the more crazy little tiny gifts keep coming in where you're like, what the heck? I don't know how we got this client, but it just happened. Because the longer you're in business, the more that word of mouth gets out there. So this first year is going to be the hardest. But yeah, you've done things that nobody does. Nobody just starts. First off, they want to start a business and they never do. And they keep watching videos and they never do anything. And then when they do start a business, they make 10 cold calls and they say this sucks and they give up. You didn't give up. You keep going, and you've gotten 4 clients. What in your business is actually, a good amount, because that's multiple cleans, because an Airbnb is cleaned multiple times. So on a monthly basis, that one client could produce, thousands of dollars of revenue for you. So and especially if somebody has multiple Airbnbs, I mean, from one relationship, you could make, thousands and thousands of dollars. So, and it's a side hustle for you. And I think a lot of people in today's day and age, if you're making really good money, it doesn't make sense for you to just quit your job. It doesn't make sense for you to just say, hey, I'm going to, step away from this good health insurance, retirement and everything to just go start a business, unless you have that, technical experience in the business that you're working in now, which you do, but it'd be really hard for you to recreate the business that you're in now. But for you to start a side hustle and to be able to grow that, and then someday be able to quit your job, which is, I know your ultimate goal, is the cool thing is you can make money on the side right now. There's so many ways in which anybody can make money in our world. It's crazy how much. And you're a prime example of when the economy's horrible, and it's literally, everybody would say it's the worst time to start a business right now. You started one and you're making money. Like, that's great.
Exactly, Nate. I 100% agree. I mean, opportunities everywhere. It's just, it all comes down to taking action and staying consistent. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it's as simple as that. And in terms of learning, you would learn. Like, nobody, once you open the first business, you know everything. I mean, I don't know any, of course, even people like in the business 5 years or 10 years, you're still learning. People come, with a mindset that you need to know everything to start the business. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to start, and step by step you will learn. And that way you're gonna grow. So 100% I agree with you, Nate. Yep.
Yeah, well, I want to also, Omar said he is open to anybody getting in contact with him. So I'll put a contact link in the bio to where I can make a connection to Omar for you, or if he's got a link, I'll put his link in there. But Omar said he'd be happy that if you're looking at starting a cleaning business, he'd be happy to have a conversation with you because he's going through this process right now. So everything is very fresh in his head. A lot of times when we ask business owners who started a cleaning company 20 years ago, it's like, well, your experience isn't applicable because 20 years ago was a completely different climate. Omar is starting this business in 2024 today, going through problems that businesses are going through right now. So if you want to have a conversation with Omar, fill out that link. And then also, we're going to be continuing to do, videos like this. We're going to be bringing on real entrepreneurs who've taken real businesses. They're not doing pyramid schemes. They're not doing multi-level marketing. These are legitimate businesses that a lot of times are boring. Boring businesses make you money. House cleaning is not exciting. You're not going to go to your family gathering and brag about your house cleaning business, but someday that house cleaning business will make you more money than any of your family members. So, I think the biggest thing is, hey, we're going to be interviewing real business owners. And if you are a real business owner, I would just ask, hey, give back to this entrepreneur community. Come on to my YouTube right here and do what Omar did and share what you've done. Because if you can share to other people, Omar, you're going to change someone's life who watches this video, who's like, you know what? I want to start a cleaning business. And they're not your competitors. That person's probably not going to be located where you're at, and you're going to be able to give back, and we're going to make the world a better place because you're willing to do this. So I thank you, Omar. I really appreciate what you've done today.
Thank you, Nate. It was great talking to you.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. And everybody have a great rest of your week. Thank you.